Just seeing with Brett, he's kind of scared. He's kind of negative about normal shit. So I'm like, well, surprise, surprise, scary and negative when it comes to AI. So I can't, I don't know. Maybe he's right, but I don't know. So what helped me out a lot is watching this clip here of my buddy Neil deGrasse Tyson. And he has very much one of the most calmest, grounded, real life, emotional states when it comes to AI. And that's really kind of what I'm going after, is a non-fearful state. Now, maybe in the end, the aliens use AI to blow us all up and, fucking great. Fucking great. Good. Get it over with, right? But in the meantime, if I have any life left, I want to be more like Neil and not like Brett. I don't want to be scared and negative and all that. That's it. Because then, if we really do have, right, like follow me here, I'm building some logic or some pathways or some shit. If we really do have a problem with the AI, Chinese, Russian alien bots, global warming, then I want to be in the game. I don't want to be the scared guy in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Here's some of the predictions I heard, cancer, this, driving, all that stuff.
Designed to be shown that I would be wrong in 30 years.
Sure.
They were not, here's my crystal ball, it's all going to happen.
Right.
In my chapter of the book, I spent pages upon pages showing how people's predictions at the beginning of a 30-year period had no meaning at the end of a 30-year period, going from 1870 to 2020. And so I said,
1970.
So that you don't think I'm just being mean to other futurists, I will join this exercise so that in 30 years you can tell me how wrong I am. That was where that came out. But I would say that we can be impressed with what AI is doing, and we should be. And so I don't have a problem with that. But were you worried? What point are you making about this?
No, because there's a debate right now. Actually, I'm very neutral on this. I love advancement. I love innovation.
I'm DE. I'm SE. No, not me. Right? I love the savior plays. Pat David, and Shanny does this to me all day long. They'll kind of probe you and test you and get you kind of going. You're like, hey, well, what are you doing? Like, nothing. So one of the things that he's saying, like something to think about, is I remember growing up that flying cars was one. There's so many of these. I think what happens, it's actually the SF that comes to balance it. It's the SFJs that come to balance it. So the NTs, these fucking goddamn NTs are like, I did it. I made AI. I did an app. I did a flying car. And the SIFE is like, yeah, but we don't really value that. I don't want a big noisy fucking lawnmower flying over my fucking house, crashing into my fucking yard. I mean, I know you can. I know you fucking can. But we just don't value that. And that is a force that I see people just forgetting to look at. Because, we ignore these goddamn NTs until they fucking get their goddamn attention. They're like, look what I did. You have to give me attention now. Now do you love me? You're like, fuck, what the goddamn did you fucking build? You guys doing AI in there? God damn it. What do we do this? What do we do now? Now our enemies have it. Now it's taking out hackers have it. Oh, I'm just trying to educate the world. A new god damn it. Savers on crack, right? Great. So then it's like the SFs come in and they're like, yeah, but we don't care. We don't value it. And then it comes down. So it's like, just because we all could have flying cars doesn't mean we are. Just because you can talk to text the speech, it doesn't mean you will. You're still going to text. So just because AI could take over every job ever, technically it could. What I'm seeing is that humans are like, yeah, but I don't want to.
If you're a parent, 20 years ago, the kid says, I want to be a YouTube influencer. You say, what the hell, kid? Kid, shut up.
Yep. Get a life, kid.
Get a life, kid. All right, now they're YouTube influencers that out-earn everybody who's walked into this building. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, and that's a job unthinkable 15 years ago. But it's a job today. So I don't lose sleep over any of this.
Are you making? There's a difference. There's a difference because this is. I'll give you this perspective, and then you give me.
Wait, you're not going to tell me it's different this time. Is that really? You're going to tell me that really? You're going to say no, this time? It's
not
different?
At all. Not at all.
Did you read the book, the economics book? This time it's different.
No, I have not.
Oh, that book? Every time there's an economic collapse.
Yeah, but this
time is different.
So here's a question for you.
It's all the same.
Here's a question for you. So
that's my life right there. Sensory versus intuition. Okay, here's a question. Just one little question. One little detailed question. It's are you about to tell me it's fucking different? This happens so much as you get older as well. Trust me, as you get older, you'll be like, oh my god, I can see this before. One of the things Neil's getting at is that, yes, when you get some new thing, like an electric flying XYZ AI Chinese alien robot, yes, it's great, it's fucking great, and it does scare everybody, and it puts all the people that sell horses out of business, and there is going to be a shock, and there's going to be a negative, but then the amount of exponential jobs that come after that is always extreme, and that's something that Sam Altman, and he's a young guy, he's a kid, so he's a fucking naive idiot, he doesn't know what he's just on savers only, just NT savers only, it's a little bit dangerous. That's why Elon Musk is like, careful kid, careful savers function only kid. Now it might turn out good, probably will, a lot of times it does, but there goes through economically and historically speaking, there is a balance. And I know it's very, very hard for my type. It's like, if I can't see what it's going to be, then it doesn't exist, and then I get scared. And what Neil is saying is what every old wise person says. This is what Warren Buffett would fucking tell you, is he'd say, hey, look, if you could just trust the consistent jump rope of history. Now, I know it feels like at the time there's not going to be any possibilities and positivity and different good ways that this will go to kind of balance. But historically, it always does. In every generation, while you're going through it, feels like, oh my God, this is the end. It's like, yeah, it might be the end of selling horses. It might be the end of that one job you have. Yeah, it absolutely might be. It might be for your little world. It actually might be doomsday. It might be the end. But what Neil is saying is, if you look at the big picture of history, economically, and all the rest, it actually does end up counterbalancing and spiraling up. Now, if that does happen, and chances are at least 90% chance that is going to be the way that it goes, I don't want to be on the wrong side of history anymore just because I'm a goddamn observer and I'm so fucking scared. I want to be able to move my default genetic fears to be like, hey, would you let go of that for a minute and possibly get on board with ST reality?
Do you like humans?
Not particularly. Last night I dreamt of dinosaurs fighting a space war on Mars against aliens.